What's going on, y'all? Solution for the Solution Kicks back with another video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and tap that notification button so you know when I'm dropping another one of these things. So I'm back at it with part 2 of the rise of UA sneakers, where I answer questions. Well, I comment on the comments on the original topic, and there's quite a few comments. And today is February 19th. 2021, just to bring up the speed. So if I did not see your comments in the last few days, they will not make it to what's going on here in this particular video. So the first one to talk about is, why did I step away from the sneaker game? And this comes from my guy Splash. I'm Drippy. Met Splash before, great guy doing this thing. He also took a hiatus from sneakers as well, so I guess he was like, oh, what's going on here? You know, he pause from sneakers. So here's what happened. Once you started seeing like just a massive amount of people just constantly losing out on these raffles, and there's really no rhyme or reason to it besides the bots and resellers. That's what's really going on. The ability is just to be able to walk into the sneaker store and buy a shoe. I mean, it's just a shoe, and walk out. It had lost its luster because it simply was not happening. I got tired of fighting with the bots online, trying to acquire a shoe that I like. There's nothing more to it. I didn't want to buy it. I didn't want to sell them. That's it. You know, it's ridiculous. Everybody wants to be a reseller. I actually sell some of my older sneakers on Mercari. And one of the things I do is see if you're a reseller. And it's kind of clear to see. You can clean up your profile. I'm going to find out if you're a reseller or not. And I tend to decline your requests, because mostly what you do, you lowball. And all my sneakers on Mercari are severely marked down because either I don't wear them anymore, just grew out of love with them. So you're rather disgusting for doing that as well, for trying to buy low and sell high. I get it, it's business. But every 15, 16-year-old wants to be a reseller. You're basically killing the culture. The people just like sneakers. So that's a reason. The other part too is just that there are people that simply don't like sneakers. They just like selling. It's just a commodity to them, and that's really ruined the whole experience. Yeah, I get it. Some sneakers are limited. You have to do a little bit more footwork, but I'd be daggone if I pay some insane amount on the resale market or pay a reseller period to get a shoe. At the end of the day, it's just a shoe. I lose out. So with that being said, I decided to step back away from the whole pursuit of sneakers, and it made me do a deeper dive on how these resellers are handling their business and acquiring their inventory. So we clearly see there's a UA element going on when they have these massive amounts of shoes. There's no way you're backdooring all of those pairs. The trophy rooms showed you that. So stop it. All right? Mom and popping, a lot of the mom and pops go the wholesale route. I said it. You just tack on your order with theirs. I said it. All right? That's what you're doing. All right? That's what you're doing. It's better to be upfront with your clientele and tell them this is what these are. All right? This is what these are. But you got some people out here who are swearing that I'm plugged in and I'm getting the shoe from, a retail source. Stop it. Moving right along. The next topic is, you never tell us where to cop UAs. Why? This is not the channel for that. This is an educational type thing. I'm enlightening you all on what's going on out here. Look, the way I did my research to find all this stuff, if you're really into buying UA sneakers, it's not hard. Do the research. But like I said, and I'm going to say it in the video, you don't want that. You want somebody to give you something, because that's just a propensity of this current generation. The footwork is not what you want to do. You want to pop it in the microwave and get your answer right away. No one's telling me. They're always talking, but nobody's telling me. Look, people, there are channels dedicated to top 1 through 10 lists, the worst UA sneaker sellers, the different means of acquiring, how to buy them in different formats besides just using PayPal and some website. It is out there, okay? This research for these videos I've dropped was rather easy until I got into the more clandestine side of things, where people don't want to tell you things because they feel like it's going to mess up their business. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. You're not going to see a link to anything from me. For those of you who are putting stuff in the comments, that's on you. You cannot put an active link to a website in my comments. Those of you exchanging something kind of sort of like a link, that's on you. I am not pushing any particular seller, any website. I'm not in cahoots with anyone. I don't get anything. Okay, this is purely an educational enlightenment type thing. Don't ask me. Okay, do the research if you really want to buy a shoe. So someone said, why are people doing this now? The comments tell you people are tired. They're sick of missing out. They're sick of the resellers, and they're sick of the stores doing, peculiar things as well. So yeah, that's why you're not going to see me post a link. You're not going to hear me talk about a particular seller or any sellers that matter. That's not what I do over here. All right. So thanks for inquiring, but no thank you on providing you anything. Moving right along. Last topic before I get into the actual video commentator is someone asked me, you talked a lot about certain sneakers, basically where the paradigm shift in the sneaker culture. Like, what were those sneakers? I'm going to name them off to you. I'm going to end off with a big bang. The first sneaker that exposed people, especially the resellers, that you really don't like what you like. There's an element that just purely based upon hype. Those hype beasts and those people who are just looking for acceptance. It was a mid. It was a Jordan 1 mid, the Riverwalk mid that you like to call the South Beach mid. Okay, that is not the South Beach colorway. It's similar, but that colorway is based upon the 1996 colorway of the jerseys that were worn for the All-Star game that was held in San Antonio. San Antonio has Fiesta and the Riverwalk, and those umbrellas that adorn the Riverwalk are based upon, well, the sneakers colors are based upon those umbrellas. Out of that, there was the Jordan 8 that was released later. That particular sneaker sold out. The Riverwalk mid sold out quickly. It was one of the first SE models, the special edition models, meaning that they put better materials on that. So the whole cry about mids, like, it's crappy leather on there. But that sneaker was released and people went crazy. And some of you viewing this video went nuts over it as well. But Jordan Brand wasn't done. This was the start of the special edition model. And this was the start of, we're going to do some colorways that mimic some of the more iconic OG colorways and see what they do. Because they heard your cries about the mids, saying the mids were inferior, and the mids were basically a more economical variant of the Jordan 1 high. But if you know your sneaker now, you know Michael Jordan wore mids. And also a sneaker called the Airship. Okay, that wasn't the metallic red Jordan 1 that you see people talk about all the time. See, the difference is when you're older, you actually live through some things and you have real-time knowledge, and not what people told you and heard in little clips from YouTube. You actually saw things happen. So I was alive for this. So that sneaker right there. Then it moved to the gem red mid. That was nubuck and leather. It looked like a bread, connoisseur bread, not really a bread. But that sneaker sold out. It restocked several times and they could not keep it on the shelf because it mimicked an OG colorway. Next up, not to be done, there was yet another series of sneakers that came out, and that was the Fearless pack. That's when I said, okay, enough is enough. People are lying. People are lying. This is all about what can be sold based upon hype. That's all it was. The Fearless pack did not stay on the shelf. In the start, well, actually, let me back up for a second. There was another sneaker, all right, the Pine Green. Set it off right then. People said, oh, wow, this is really well made. It's good leather on there. The mids are dope. And you had resellers selling mids. Some big name resellers too, that some of your bigger sneaker YouTubers swear by. We're doing reviews on it. And right behind that Pine Green special edition mid, there were two others that sold out pretty quickly. That was a metallic, the black with the patent leather and the gold that they basically flipped around and gave you the Michael Thomas version of the black and patent leather joints that released back in early December, late November, I believe. So you had that one. That was a spinoff of that. Then you had the top 3 mid, which did not stay on the shelf. So what are we talking about, people? All right. You're copying because you want acceptance, and you're copying because you can sell it. That's all. More so in the selling side of it. But not to be done. There was a bigger sneaker that started showing up. Now, we're going to talk about the early look game. Okay? Why I'm always really squinting my eyes at early looks. Because the math is typically bad when it comes to early looks. Let me tell you something about stocking and retail stores. Most box stores have limited storage space. They typically only get their inventory 2 to 3 weeks prior to a release from the brands, whatever distro center they have. They simply lack the storage to be holding all of these releases that you think they have. Some stores get a lot, some stores don't, and that's based upon performance sometimes and location. You can have 3 Foot Lockers in your city and only one will get the in-demand sneaker. Why? Because they're good sellers and that's the location. They know they're going to be able to move them quickly. So if you see, and the big word is if you see some of your bigger name sneaker YouTubers with an early look sneaker 2-3 months out, get your umpire on and call foul. All right. Look closely. Something isn't adding up. Who are you? How are you able to get a shoe 2-3 months out? Even a month out is stretching it. Remember I said 2 to 3 weeks? So let's talk about a sneaker that some big name sneaker YouTubers put themselves on blast. Trying to be first. Trying to get the views to make sure that Google check is right. And I get it. Because it's compelling. Oh, wow. He's got those reviews right away. So we're going to talk about the yellow toe. It only seemed right that Jordan Brand would come out with this particular colorway because, of course, you had the bread toe that did really well. You had the shadows. You had the Game Royals. And, of course, you had the Royals, as people like to call them, the Royal toes. So it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. This probably would come out. You know, why wouldn't they release this sneaker? Well, the funny thing is, once word got out that this sneaker might be coming, some of your big name sneaker YouTubers jumped the gun and they acquired this sneaker. Now, the question is how, okay? But I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Do the math. I've been talking about this UA thing for a minute. That's how they got it. Trying to be first. The first time I noticed that something was really amiss and everybody wasn't plugged in, I want to say it was around late 2017, 2018, when the Cement 3s were dropping again. That sneaker didn't drop till around All-Star Weekend, if I'm not mistaken. But we had people reviewing that sneaker as early as late November, mid-November, if I'm not mistaken. How? Well, I'll tell you how. It was a UA route. And they said, oh, you gotta pay your reseller. Okay? You gotta hit up your plug if you want to do that. Bovine excrement. Okay? Bovine excrement. Stop playing with people. Okay? Anything can be sold. Anything. $40. Anything can be sold if there's a demand for it. So they did reviews on this yellow toe and the shoe never released. And guess what they didn't do? Revisit the fact that, oh, sorry about that, y'all. The shoe ain't coming out. The reason why they didn't do that because it's incriminating. That's why. They figured I'm a big name. I drop so much content. It gets buried. The problem is that you got devout YouTube viewers. People have nothing better to do than watch these videos and watch they did and they kept record. And from time to time, they press a couple of them and say, hey, what happened to those yellow toes? All right, being a little messy and petty. What happened to those? Now, here's what Jordan Brand did do. They said, okay, we're not releasing those. So they released a very, very similar Jordan 1 mid. But it's not leather. It's pretty much nubuck and this micro suede stuff. And that sneaker actually sold pretty well. Because, oh, these are the yellow toes. All right, they're not the highs. And people wanted them. They sold. Okay? You can still find a few at size 10, 10 and a half floating around, about a month after. They restocked a few times. And I personally didn't go after. Y'all know I'm Mr. Midlife Crisis. I didn't go after those because I was like, that's a redundant colorway for me. It's too similar to my new love mids. Why would I do that? Different shade of yellow, but pretty much this yellow and black sneaker. I had no reason to cop that sneaker in my personal opinion. But some of these big name sneaker YouTubers have never gone back and said, oh, yeah, my bad, people. Should they have done that? They don't have to. But the credibility part about it raises questions, and they know who they are. So let's get into the video. I said I'm doing a follow real soon. Once again, here we are. Stay tuned. You're speaking fact for fact, and these rebels and boutiques think they're slick. Look, like I said, y'all, a fool and his money are easily separated. My dude P-Town, he said, yikes, gems were dropped here. Pay attention, people. So I had to respond to him. I said, bro, I was holding on to this for a while with the way the culture is now. People need to be informed and not swayed. Someone under it said 100. Now, this is a very provocative statement because I have said this myself. Taylor Stepp, 3 days ago, said these companies are responsible, so are the resellers. I gotta like you for that, man. Gotta give you a like. Shout out to you for that. Now, let me give y'all a little hint. There's a source out there, and this is something when I did a deep dive. This is like Mariana Trench, okay, in the Jacques Cousteau dive submarine, okay. I mean, I was down. I was past the Titanic, and I came across something. You purchase the shoes, okay, and whoever the seller is, they send you QA/QC pics. Don't not disregard what I said about the Nike thing. This is these guys, the UA guys, sending you QA/QC pics. So I'm scrolling, looking on the site and seeing this where people were talking about it. And, you got everybody's a pro and expert. They're pointing out this. Hey, the suede's supposed to move like this. The tongue isn't curved properly. The wing is offset a little bit. There's supposed to be at least 9 stitches growing apart. All these little things. Everybody's a pro, man. Everybody's got a microscope out and looking at stuff. But like I said, it comes down to what you're willing to pay and what's acceptable to you. Now, if you drop 200 plus on that shoe, I would not recommend that at all. You can get that shoe far cheaper from the things I've come across in my research that people deemed acceptable. That's that. So these sneaker hoarders that y'all call resellers are ruining everything. Look at the pictures of the trophy room. Okay? Look at the pictures of the trophy room. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. So it came out that there are 12,000 pairs. People were saying, well, basically it's 12,000 pairs of the size run. Each size is 12,000 pair. And that's a little, and Jordan Brand's not going to make any money. Nike Jordan Brand's not going to make any money by making 12,000 pairs. So 12,000 pairs of each size that are being made available. They're going to make some money off that. So the problem is that there's a price disparity I seen. I saw 190, I saw 170. And people are like, I don't care, forget it. This is the sneaker that has been UA'd and even repped to the point where people don't care. They don't care if it's duplicate numbers out there. They don't care if they got the blue laces or not. They don't care at this juncture as long as they can get a hand on a pair. And you got people posing with 200-300 pairs. How Sway? How? You lack the education. Okay, and that's what happens when you don't do the research. You lack the education. You don't do the education. That's what Kanye said to Sway. So I want you all to get out there and just pay attention, man. Please, it's your money. Don't let anybody finesse you and get you jammed up. And you out there, thinking you got something that was for retail and it wasn't. So excellent content, brother. Instant sub, appreciate you. All right, bro, you said it best. The foolishness is that of the YouTube criteria, aka the populated content syndrome. It's what's the internet social media potter's mentality. Sheeple. Dope comment, by the way. You see what's going on here. I said true indeed. Let me tell you something. If you think a musician, matter of fact, let me make sure it's relatable to this crowd out here that's championing this popularity crap. The great legendary MC Karis One said record sales don't make you a dope rhyme sayer. Okay? Chart climbing, it does not mean that you are a great rapper. It means that you're a great salesman, of the craft that you're spewing. Okay? It was marketed properly. But you aren't saying anything. All right? Remember the shot that back in the day DMX took at Nelly, about with the little catchy line for the ladies in the hot in here, I think my butt's getting big. That was marketing. That was for the ladies. Not a shot at the ladies, but look, I did radio. You got a hit for the radio, for dancing and all that stuff. Yeah, the women are going to buy it. So if you sell 1 million records, that does not make you a great rapper, great MC, because that's a difference. It means that you were marketed and promoted properly. You got something catchy, but you're not saying anything. And it's a boatload of trash rappers right now. But anyway, moving right along. You're a GOAT. Thanks for this knowledge. I said you're welcome. My man Rod Still. What up, Rod? Appreciate you, man. My man bringing the heat as always. And how did I miss this video? Normally, Rod and I, we exchange barbs. This is what we do. Because back in the day, I would cop a sneaker and I wouldn't review it right away. And he would be rating on the review, but he knew how I was. I didn't review everything I purchased. And he was like, come on, if you do the video, So I said, there's a part 2 coming. He said, bet. Shoes up, sleeves down. This guy reviews whatever he likes. I love it. He doesn't care about height as if he likes the shoe. And he's grown organic. He said, good on you for spreading the word. I told him thanks. 14 people liked that. I loved it. The heavy truth, yo, bro, I appreciate you helping guide me where to go order from. It's my first time. I never ordered from a rep site. Some advice on which to buy from. I don't want to get ripped off. People, once again, I'm not going to post any sites. I'm not going to tell you none of that stuff. It's out there. Okay? Okay? So, MK on his... Anyway, all right. It's out there. Okay? Is out there. Go find it. Everything bro said facts. You're real for this part. They said it's always been like that. Now more than ever, just watch the news and you'll see. Yeah. Pure facts is proven one at that. 100. Just a question of education purpose. What if a company makes shoes outside of a contract or just whenever they want? What are those called? Fake, real, UA? I answered them. I said, you mean factory? It's still in UA because it wasn't on contract at the time. That's unauthorized. They have the molds and approved materials though. Someone said, he came back and said thank you. All right. They're not under contract. All right. Nike, whoever, Adidas didn't say, hey, make those. They just made them. They got the materials. They got the same materials. And they're making them. Unauthorized. Great video. Someone said the release document is being used by many other YouTubers, resellers, website, and on other so-called SoCal. Or so, what are you talking about here, guy? Media formats. Who released that statement and wrote that particular article? And where was it published? Oh, this is the one I was looking for. I live in Oregon. Okay, and I worked for Nike twice in my lifetime. And I know there are precautions and contract agreements with factories that say they can't produce or use, sell, discard, blemish, overrun stock unless materially produce branded products during and after the contract is complete. Listen to what he said, okay? I'm going to repeat it for you all. He said, I have worked for Nike twice in my lifetime, and I know there are precautions and contractual agreements with factories that say they can't produce, use, or sell discarded, blemished, and overrun stock and leftover materials to produce branded products during and after a contract is complete. So you know they have production dates on your sneakers. Remember what I just said. I repeatedly said twice. There are budget restrictions in place to help prevent this. Really? Of course, they can find the same suppliers and manufacturers to produce a product, but the suspects of the product will suffer because of dye failures, material failure, and also pigment discoloration. It's okay to spend your money your way to clear these products infringement, counterfeit products. So you answered what I said. Yes, Nike said don't make these outside the contracted period. But who's stopping them? They have the molds. Who's stopping them from making extra pairs? You mean to tell me they sent somebody from Oregon and they're standing in that factory the whole time watching this? I told you. Typically they have QA/QC and they say this is what the shoe should look like. And that's that. The batch comes out, okay, great. But even still, that's not working because we see with the Carmines, you know, we had the pink soles and all that stuff and those slid out there. Before that, we had the Mellow 13, excuse me. We had those slide out there. So what you said, it's not being enforced, man. It's no way. No way that's being enforced. But we do know there was a crackdown that occurred and a lot of websites got taken down. But it's kind of funny because it happened during the Chinese New Year when they don't produce anything anyway. In a few days, they'll be back up and running. But you still have some factories still taking orders. We know that. I keep seeing that. I keep seeing people review stuff. So you still got some factories working and still fulfilling orders. That's on you with those sellers. That's on you. So someone said, great video. I said, thanks, there's more coming. And here we are. My dude, Cove Master, you is real point blank period. Now those reps are fakes, but you know what? I'd rather rock a rep because 1, I save money. 2, they're cheaper. 3, I rock what I want. You guys can keep laughing, but I'm laughing all the way to the bank. He had 11 likes. I loved it. He said, it keeps sliding by the point I made, and you just reiterated about a rep versus UA. I mentioned all the categories, but I still see comments refuting what I said. That means they either didn't watch the entire video or they are part of the herd. A fool and his money is easily separated. 8 likes on that. That should have about 100 likes. Clearly. And Cove Master is very key to what I said. Very key. And I'll leave it at that. Remember that name though. Someone said, I hear you. Only one true authenticator, StockX extension. I never said that. He laughed, so maybe he was making a joke. And somewhere with that. I didn't quite get it, but I said, think about it. The brand QA/QC is the only true authenticator. Meaning they're the ones that are aware of the mold and what the shoe is supposed to look like. They're the ones who know exactly what to look for, not some secondary market employee or eBay chick sniffing a shoe. 6 people like. Okay? All right, somebody said you had fun editing this, huh? I missed that. Yeah, yes, I did. You know, so you speaking straight facts. I've been telling people UAs are not fake. 13 likes. I loved it. Question, bro. So where can I buy these UA pairs? I'm very interested to see in hand. Thanks. Here we go. Once again, people, a simple search on YouTube and Google will point you in the right direction. 2 likes. Someone said, thanks. I just ordered my first pair from a good place. I appreciate your content. I did not provide them with the content. Someone said, where'd you get the sneakers? Tell us how they are. Where from? Man, the sneakers are fire. Definitely about to go crazy with ordering. Laugh out loud. That's good, bro. Where are they from? Now, whatever conversations you two have off this platform, that's on you. Whatever you decide to do with your money or did with your money, that's on you. I'm not here to champion and say, hey, go buy these. I'm making you aware of what's going on out here. Someone said you have a new subscriber, bro. Great content, information, clarification of sneakers. Like I said, I just want to wear the damn shoe. Yeah. Don't we all? I appreciate you. This is just fact after fact. I'm filming people are sheep. I had to shut down Instagram because of it. You're a clever dude. Instantly subbed. We'll talk about what he said. So here we go. What's the best website for UA sneakers? For Jordan 1s. Someone said that's up for debate. It also depends on batch and whether the shoes actually UA or fakes. I need UAs. Oh, no idea. I'm just a sneaker fan. Look, people, you can write that question 1 trillion times. I am not going to put up any website saying go here. I'm not doing that. That is not what I do here at all. I came into sneaker YouTube basically doing historical references on sneakers and why did I like certain sneakers from back in my time, the 80s when I was a kid, the 90s teenager, up into the the 2000s as an adult. I'm not here for, hey, get these from here. All right, I'm not doing that. That's not what I do. So, my guy, my bro right here, Kicks Griffin, he said, boom! I can't believe you carrying Steph as a game. You in trouble. Bernie Mac voice. People liked it. I loved it. Someone said everyone is going on about buying UA, but they ain't saying where they get them from. He's frown face and he's laughing. I responded. I said, because it's not hard to find them. Just like I took the time to research, rationally expect you to do the same, but yet here we are. 2 likes on that. Somebody said, hey, laugh out loud. 2 people liked it. Come on, people. Stop being lazy. If you really want to know, you'll find out. You speaking facts, just the same people choosing go highs over mids. 7 likes. Someone said, nah, bro, mids are trash. Here we go with that. We're not going to talk about that in the video. Someone came back. He came back. I guess he watched this again. Nothing but facts, but back in 2008, I was running around hustle UA sneakers to my local barbers out here. I ain't gonna say where he's at. The new that we're buying the local sneaker spots were buying the wholesale for me and a reseller. Got a new subscriber. Appreciate you. I said it was the same shops back where I'm from and surrounding towns in 2013, 2014. I would see that. Dudes would come in with bags with kicks in. I wasn't heavy into retro J's just then, but there were 2 dudes moving and shaking I know of. And I remember that. They would pop up in the barbershop. Had everything that was releasing. Alright? Someone said, really like the video. Can I DM you? I did talk to you. I talked to you. Hey, good conversation. You asked a lot of good questions. Someone said, yeah, you selling any sneakers that I can buy? No, I'm not. Are you the feds? I have nothing for sale. Shout out to Super Duper Reaper. Not only resellers and boutiques, but the big dogs themselves also. I said, oh, this is deeper. There's some cat named Ricky the Shoe Plug on IG. That's a fake name. I left what you alluded to alone. I want people to educate themselves. I encourage you to read that comment a couple times and caught what the original commenter said. He said, not only resellers and boutiques, but the big dogs themselves also. Yeah, you're right. 2 people like that. Man, great vid. I said, thanks. I'm not telling you. Someone said, bro, you got kids like mind blown. And you're right, kids. I said, I need these kids to stop worshiping these sneaker YouTubers and finally think for themselves instead of begging for validation from peers who do nothing for them. Lambs to the slaughter. I'm very interested and sick of paying all these resellers my hard-earned money. I have been a sneakerhead for 30 years. Where's a good place? Not telling you that. Someone said, you sound like MK the Truth. I like this.
I did. And I responded. Somebody said, hell yeah, because I'm sub to him and they talk about the same thing. Crazy I haven't seen anyone calling them out. Because everybody don't want to admit buying you better than buying from the store. We spent $100 to get sneakers that actually made for $10. And on top of that, we act like we special because we spent $300. Ooh, wait. Someone said facts, bro. You know how hate kills. I don't know what you're saying here. It said they don't wear their shoes, bro, like that, or the shoes for hype and value. Forget the hype, rock what you like. I did a lot of editing with that because they were trying to curse. That's what was going on, and you can't curse on my channel. I said a good portion, but not all of the 25 under demographic ignores it if the content isn't drama-laced. They know who to bother, and grown, intelligent men aren't good targets of opportunities in this community. They are trolling the comments of this video. They vanish because nothing they're saying is worth the engagement they want. What I'm basically saying right there is that with the sneaker YouTube, and I use this loosely, drama, because, yeah, whatever. They don't take a detective to figure out what's going on here. There, not here, but there. They won't go after the intellectuals. It happened once, and it didn't end well. All right? And if you know your sneaker YouTube history, you know what I'm getting at. When you could have 500 people behind you, but if you just bang people in the head with the facts and the information, and they realize I can't diss this person like someone else, because for one, intellectually and intelligence wise, they're not on the same plane as me. They want you to get in and get emotional and yell and all that stuff. Intellectuals aren't going to do that because they're like, these are sneakers. Okay, I got bigger matters in this world that I need to address. And to be on YouTube yelling with some man about a shoe and threatening and all this stuff is foolish. So they won't come after the intellectuals, all right, because they don't know how to engage them. It's the intellectuals will have to go after each other, and we won't do that. It makes no sense. We're not going to diss each other, all right, or do subliminals. Because if we do that, it means we aren't that intellectual in the first place. We're masquerading, all right? And intelligent people know how to say, hey, I didn't like that, without any air of beef occurring from it. These are shoes, okay? These are shoes. You're not going to have me posted on the 6 o'clock news talking about a sneaker YouTuber and there's some crime involved. And the ties that bound is some shoes. It's going to be linked back to some shoes. That's how they're going to frame it, okay? And somebody said it, facts, like they say they're just shoes. Someone said nothing but facts for me. All right, so someone said, there are no B grades. I responded to this. And I think I said watch the entire video. I covered that. They didn't come back. All right. Look right. If they came for StockX tags, they fakes. Laugh on it, shaking my head. What people gotta understand is that they're gonna mix fakes with UAs just like they mix fakes with the real. They get graded, so they got backdoor. Good luck trying to find UAs, shaking my head. I don't know what you're saying here. You're all over the place. But okay, thanks for watching the video. You know? Someone said, ooh, the boutiques, grabbing the pairs from the Bad Batch are the no box pairs. So it had the looking, mind blown, and I responded to this person. I can't remember what I said. This was recently. So I said, along with saving on shipping. He came back and said, she says, wow, how you broke it down makes crazy sense. I'm blown. You should do more of these. I wish the video was longer. And this is what I'm doing right now. Somebody say basic UAs are RF, a real fake. That's what it boils down to. What? I said thanks for viewing because they didn't make sense. You know, this person is here. They're look, murderous clown. I appreciate you. I really do. And that would be interesting what you're saying. So he said, I'd really like to see you link up with Minor Kicks, man. Like a roundtable discussion with Nightwing 2. 8 people liked it. I responded to this. I can't remember. Oh, this would Yeah, this is when I dropped the video. It's 2 months ago. I said I'd be down for it if they're cool with it. I think meaningful dialogue is needed in any topic. I'm willing to, like I said, intellectuals, okay, intelligent conversation, intelligent exchange of ideas. Even if we don't agree, I'm for it. I think it's better for the culture if this is discussed, openly. So, all right, I'm gonna do one more. So you're telling me Nike Yeezy two UA sneakers are authorized shoes that didn't pass QC in 2012, so selling an 8-year-old sneaker, and explain why the sneaker smells new. Oh, okay, I see what you're getting here. You named some kind of site because you couldn't write the website on there. So listen to what he said. He said the Nike and Yeezys UA sneakers that were released in 2012, he's saying they still have 8-year-old sneakers selling them. And he said, why does an 8-year-old sneaker smell new? What did I say to this person? I said, thanks for viewing. Stay tuned. So I'm going to answer you this, okay? Because they have the materials to reproduce the shoe. I said that in the original video. So I don't know where you dropped off from watching this and just gave up on the video. That's between you and yourself, but I covered that. All right, they kept the materials. They can produce these shoes when they want to. They're constantly restocking these things. All right, if you want a Jordan 1 bread from that amazing batch that they might have, and they know people want them, what's stopping them from reacquiring the materials, or always had the materials, and throwing them back out there? If there's money to be made, they're going to go get it. Simple as that. No, they aren't holding on to stock from 2012. That's highly unlikely. Now, I can tell you this about this process. There's a factory where they're made and they're sellers. The sellers will acquire the batch, place them on whatever platform they have. Those sneakers then go to a warehouse after you purchase them from the seller. Then they get prepped for shipment, and then they head on that plane or wherever, pterodactyl, brontosaurus, whatever, to get those shoes to you, in a week or whatever, shipping process you use. That I do know. Okay? That I do know. That is confirmed. Right? So, yeah. This is the last one because there are a lot of comments on it. I appreciate this. I'm seriously willing to try the UA route. I'm sick of being beat by bots. There's no way that I'm paying the incel resale prices. My fear of going the UA route is getting my financial information stolen. I mean, I could happen on authentic retail sites too. What did I say? I said it's a risk-reward situation. Proceed with caution if you decide to do that. I'm going to give you all a financial information security tip. Okay, there's this thing called privacy, or I think it's Private Act. Let me make sure I'm right, because I looked this up. I was curious about privacy. That's what's called, privacy.com. All right. You can basically make a ghost card. And the reason why they had this was, you ever make a subscription and you forget to turn off the subscription after 30, 60 days? That's how they make their money after the trial's off. So if you use the privacy.com app, and I didn't want to say, because they aren't paying me anything for this. The privacy.com app basically allows you to make a ghost card. It's not your card, but the app, the website is linked to whatever card you designated, and it comes up with a different card. It's valid and everything, but you can set it for a limit and for a time. All right, so if you go and purchase something from, let's say, Macy's, and you aren't sure about Macy's secure socket layer protection that's supposed to scramble your information en route to Macy's, you create that card for that amount with whatever card number they come up with and that expiration date. You're paying Macy's $85. You put $85 on that ghost or virtual card. That's all available. Somebody steals it, they just got $85. They can't get anything else from you. You can make it single use. You can make it for a length of time, whatever. You can recharge it. You can refill it. All that good stuff. But I use that if I have a subscription service and I know I'm going to forget about it, and they're going to take my $7.99, my $12.99, whatever it is. I don't have to worry about it. I set it for that time. It expires on that date. Even if they hit it, they just send me a message. You know, it was declined, blah, blah, blah. Of course it's declined because I had it set up for a time. Privacy.com. There, I'm off the horse with that. Okay, somebody said B grades. No, you're wrong. Okay, I said thanks for watching. But anyway, once again, I have nothing for sale, people, in regards to the UA market. I do sell my sneakers that I have worn. If you're sick and tired of it and you've done the research and you decide to do that, that's on you. That's your money. Okay, I do not count another man's money unless, one, I gave it to them, two, I helped you make it, three, I'm about to take it from you. But I am the solution for kicks. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, tap that notification button so you know when I'll drop another vid, possibly like this, and I'm out of here.